else cares like he does. Yeah, alright.
Kazin and LB.
Like he does. Nobody else cares like Jesus.
Hey everybody, this is Sherry with the Root of My Pain Encounters. Are you someone that says that you always are in support of your sister and brother, but you never show up? Well, God says let go and let him, because he will show up and never disappoint you. You don't know what God has in store for them or you. So be about your business. Bye.
Hey everybody, this is Sherry Levon, and you stay tuned as we interview another author. God bless.
Hello, everybody. This is Sherry Levon, and I am coming live right now because we have a wonderful guest today. George is back in with us, you guys. This is George, and this is Kasikoff, and he has been a guest on our show before with another book that he had, and now he has a new book out, you guys. And this new book is called Dangerous Theater, and I'm really excited to talk about this. And one thing we're doing this year, going into 2023, is it's all about the author. So we're going to be turning the mic loose over to our author to share more information about his book. And Mr. George, I just wanted to say to you, welcome back to the show. I really thank you for coming back and sharing this next adventure, which we had talked about before, but I just wanted to congratulate you on your new book.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So if you would, I'm going to go ahead and let you tell everybody about this wonderful book that you have out now, and the floor is yours.
Well, the Dangerous Theater is about the Federal Theater Project, and it's acting as a forum for new plays. Federal Theater Project was formed during the 1930s, during the Depression. In the 1930s, July 1935, there were 30 million people unemployed, 6 million people on relief, and 40,000 show business people unemployed.
It was over 4,000 people unemployed.
40,000.
Oh, wow. 40,000.
Yes. So as part of the WPA, Brooks Progress Administration, they formed the Federal Theater Project to put these people back to work.
So this was actually a project to help people get employed.
Yes.
Oh, so see, that's a really wonderful thing. I want to, kind of do something like that here myself. We do Root of My Pain Encounters. So we want to pay our cast members that come out and share their stories in a play form, and we want to pay them for that. So that's really great. We might have to talk about this later. So let's know what made you write this.
Pardon me?
What made you write this?
Well, I had heard so much about the Federal Theater Project that I decided to look into it. And the more I looked into it, the more inspired I became. And I decided to write a book.
So the Federal Theater Project. So where is this based out of?
It was based originally out of D.C., Washington, D.C., and it moved to New York City.
Wow. So New York. So it's still going on today.
1935 to 1939.
So it no longer is in existence.
No.
So this is really interesting. So from 1935 to 1979, when it was so much going on in the world where people were not working, people did not have jobs, they created the Federal Theater Project, which allowed them to hire people to work.
Yes, it was 1935 to 1939. 1939.
Okay. So 1935 to 1939.
Yes.
Okay. So during that time. So give us a little information about what all they did and what kind of plays were they?
Well, I focused mainly on the new plays that were being done. It wasn't just the new plays that they did there. In any given week in New York, for instance, there was children's theater, there was variety theater, there was CC Camp Theater, ethnic theaters, Gilbert and Sullivan Children's Theater, and various other theater organizations.
So, what is this book about? What did you write about in this book?
And the new plays.
The new
All
plays.
the new plays were acquired, read, produced, presented, and presented.
Oh, wow. Is anybody reenacting these plays now?
Well, the only person that he's not living at the moment, but Orson Welles was involved with it, the Federal Theater Project.
Right. So this is really interesting. So where can people, because Google is so popular now, you can kind of pretty much Google anything. But a lot of this information, where did you find a lot of this information?
The National Archives, which
National.
was at that time set up at the George Mason University in Virginia.
Uh-huh.
But then it was they took back the archives to the National Archives. So they reside now at the National Archives.
Okay. National Archives. This is interesting. So people that are looking to find things back in history and things of this nature, that's all they have to do is go to National Archives. And it's amazing the information that is available
Yes.
from our past and back in the history. So what made you want to do this?
Well, I felt very strongly about their mission, what they were trying to do. And then I just got more and more involved in it.
Great. Well, in Knoxville, what we're kind of doing is we're doing the same thing. We've had a lot of kids in performing arts. We have a lot of people who deal with homelessness, and they have a lot of stories to tell, and we want to present them into skits. And what I see is paying the cast members for their time and their effort. And I think it draws more people to be in plays if they can be paid to do them. I mean, it's great to volunteer and to do it, but when it's in you to be an actor or actress and you enjoy doing plays, one of the things Knoxville's lacking is a theater where our children who graduate high school, and for the people that are local that love theater, we have no outlet for the kids to continue that passion, because that's a desire and a passion. Some people want the big screen, but then you have people that love to travel and do plays and things of that nature, and that's one of the things that's lacking here. And so I would love to talk to you in reference to just cities and small areas or urban areas that don't have theater, because we have sports, everything's always wrapped around sports, but I think theater and drama, that type is really important for our kids and adults also that love that passion and desire to do that and just don't have any outlet. So in the midst of doing this, how long did it take you to get this book done?
Well, altogether with 7 trips to the National Archives and all the researching I did, it took 4 years to get it together.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So you've been working on this for a while. This is awesome. So that's what keeps you busy. Keep that mind working, huh?
Yes.
This is awesome. So, and where do you say you still reside? Is it New York?
Yes, I reside in New York City.
Oh, yes. Did you have a book signing for this book?
Haven't yet.
Okay. So we would love to be a part of it when you decide to do one, even if it's a virtual one. We would love to connect with you and help you do that.
Okay.
Also, I wanted to have you to enlighten people on some of the plays that you wrote about. What was some of the plays that they did?
Well, there were various plays done for New York City and the regional areas, because they were the regional areas which consisted of New York, the East, the South, the Midwest, and the Far West.
Oh, wow.
And well, the biggest production that they had was It Can't Happen Here, which was a play that was written by Sinclair Lewis about the whole possibility. It was written in a melodramatic form of fascism coming to America in a small town. and it was presented in 18 cities simultaneously with 21 productions in 18 cities, and it opened the same night and had runs in those 18 cities.
Oh, wow. So they took it on the road.
No, they didn't take it on the road. Those were stationary theaters.
Okay. Okay. Stationary theaters. So that's awesome. So they had 18 cities, 21 productions, and just It Can't Happen Here alone.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. So what did you take? What did you get out of writing this book? What did you take from it? What would you?
I realized the fervor that they had at the time. The director of it had a great deal of fervor for the theater. And she was asked by President Roosevelt to direct this theater. She was a professor at Vassar College, and she was very noted for her productions there. So he invited her to run this enterprise. She came to Washington, informed it by headquarterly in Washington first and then in New York. But her goal was to set up a theater that was free or at low cost. So the admission price for this was usually 25 and 50 cents.
Oh, wow.
It was on Broadway in New York because there was an agreement that was signed between the Federal Theater Project and the organization of the organization of New York producers, and it was so that certain segment of Broadway would be set aside for FTP, Federal Theater Project.
Wow. This is really interesting. It's just nice to know that there are people that still look back in our history and can kind of go back and find things that are significant in today's time, because it takes the ideals to come together. And like I was saying about us, having people that love to do plays and things of that nature, but to do this, and I love that it was called the Federal Theater Project. So I love that. So Souls Theater Project. Hey, that's what we're gonna do. Souls Theater Project. Because see, what we do is we take stories, we call them She Will Heal stories, and reenact them. So a lot of things that's going on today, from gun violence to the pill and opioid epidemics and things that are going on today, missing kids, sex trafficking. I think that visuals are very important in today's time. We almost live in a world where sometimes people don't believe it if they don't see it. And so I think having plays to demonstrate a message is really powerful. Another question I wanted to ask you about this book was, do you have theater experience, or was you ever in any?
I have experience. I was an actor, a director, a playwright, an author. I'm also a professor of theater.
Wow. So you're big time up there in New York. Hey. I got a big timer on my show, y'all. You should be interviewing me. We need to switch chairs. I'm honored. So in reference to some of the books that you've been able to encounter. So sit back and let's enjoy Song Messages from God by Sherry Levon Music. God bless.
Come on, y'all. God says good things. God says good things. Just do it. Good things. God says repeat. Who is this going out to today, y'all? Song messages you from God. you. Hey, give him all of the troubles. Give him all of the troubles today. Hey, give it to him. Song messages from God. You gotta tell that devil. Step on that devil, y'all. Share Levon music. Song messages from God. Share this with somebody, y'all. Song messages. God, I know this. All the things. Sometimes you look it up, he will notice you are surprised in the battlefield for the Lord, and he will notice you, he will notice you one day. Song messages from God. I sing song messages from God to tell you the message from Him. I tried to tell you, I tried to warn you, but you gotta have a relationship with Him. I tried to tell you, I tried to warn you, get your relationship with God. Oh, hey y'all, I tried.
In reference to the Dangerous Theater Project, are you gonna turn this into a play?
I wrote a play about it, the Federal Theater Project, called Dangerous Theater. The Federal Theater Project has a forum for new plays, so I've already written a play about it.
Oh wow!
It was published, and it's being published now by Pace Turner.
That is so awesome. So see y'all, and that's why we say, y'all, when we do these shows, we do the TV shows, the podcast, you never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to line yourself up with, because at the end of the day, as long as you stay obedient to what you're called to do, all of us have a dream and a vision, and you just inspire people to keep going. So how long have you been retired from being a professor?
5 years.
5 years. So you still been at it a long time. So see, we telling us all y'all out there, y'all got to keep going.
Yes, you got to keep going.
Keep that mind going. Anything you'd like to share with our audience in reference to the experience it was doing this book and what you look to move forward and what you look to do moving forward?
Well, moving forward, I like perhaps to write another book about the classical theater that was part of FTP. That's the part that Orson Welles led. And I'm interested in exploring that and writing a book about that.
Okay. And what did you get out of writing this one?
Oh, it was exhausting. I mean, it was an exhaustive study. I got out of it that you have to stick to it. Whatever you're doing, stick to it. And eventually it will all work out.
Right.
The Federal Theater Project had several things that were obstacles to it, but it managed to work through all of that. And was able to have 500,000 spectators a week. 55,000 of those people were seeing theater for the first time.
Oh, wow. That is interesting. So interesting. And so, and they made it very affordable back then. So a quarter, 50 cents, you made it in the door.
Yes, that's why they had 500,000 spectators a week.
Yes. Yes. That is amazing. That is really amazing. And it's like if we go back to that today, and go back to that, because I think what has happened and what I'm getting out of this, especially doing my research of wanting to cast members, we want to do a Souls Theater project, and we call it She Will Heal Encounters. And what we look to do is give funding to pay our actors. That's what we're looking to do. And I think if you go back to making things affordable, things have become so outrageously expensive. People are so greedy and look for the big payback and the big profit immediately. And you and I both know in business and in anything that you create, it's pretty much a 3 to 5 year journey from the time it's discovered to kind of making it. And we live in a world today where it's like microwave ready. They want to hit 2 minutes, and in 2 minutes they want it done. And we live in a world today that I think if we go back to some of these basics, especially in this nonprofit world, and take this type of project and make it affordable, make it to where, because it's just like with football and all these sports, these people are making so many millions of dollars. And I look at it like this: if you got a doctor in a hospital that's doing a heart transplant, he will never make $200 million a year replacing a heart.
No.
So I feel that sports and a lot of things need to have a cap on it, so that it can be respected. So that not that I say that people are not worth the money that they make, but I do feel like money is overspent. I think that there should be caps on movie stars and athletes. I think there should be a cap to what you end up making, because as I stated, we got people that are on building skyscrapers. They don't make $200 million a year. We got people on TV that are fake doctors making more money than real doctors. And so I just think if we can go back to the basics and bring back humility to our crafts and to our skills and gifts, but then in the nonprofit world, bring back things like this to make it affordable, because it is about reaching lives and reaching souls. And you can't reach everybody if you put a cap on something and make it so unaffordable where people can't come. And so that's what happened with cable. Cable got so expensive to where now streaming.
That's what happens to Broadway.
Yeah, it's gotten so expensive. The average person off the street can't even enjoy a Broadway show because the tickets are so expensive. And it's the people in the streets and these people that are wandering that a lot of times have the gift. I'm just going to be honest with you. You'd be surprised the people that are wandering out there that have so many gifts and talents, and they're being overlooked because their desires and dreams are not able to come and watch a show, or to come watch something as simple as a Broadway show to give them hope. And I think that needs to change. So, Mr. George, I want to thank you for coming back on our show again. We're going to air this Wednesday, so it will be on this coming Wednesday. I'll make sure I get all those links out to your representatives, so it will be on the show this coming Wednesday. But I'm excited to let everybody know about Dangerous Theater. This is Mr. George Kassakoff, and this is our second time on our show, and we just love to have him. And we're going to be doing some collaborations with him, because I'm getting to New York 2023. I'm bringing the Root of My Pain and Our Souls Right House project to New York, so I'm really excited, and we'll just stay more in contact, Mr. Kassakoff, because I want to, bring my play there. And I know that you'll have a location and some things that we would love to bring this and bring awareness to paying the cast members to be in these. And I just think this is a really eye opener for me and what I wanted to do. And I think you just confirmed I need to do it. And thank you so much. And again, if you'll tell everybody where they can find this book.
Yes. Page Turner.
Page Turner, Page and then TATURNER.
Right.
You got it, you guys. So I will have all of that information available for you guys down at the bottom of the link when you tune in on Wednesday to watch the show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in, and you guys have an amazing day. And again, believe it. You got to see it, you got to say it, and you got to write it. God bless you all, and you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
When you fast and pray, I know it's time to show it. It's gonna be alright, alright. This COVID, all this drama, just know it. It's gonna be alright, it's gonna be alright.
God said it's going to be all right, y'all. Hey, Sherry Levine Music. I want to thank all of you all for watching my journey. But God said now, hey, I can't be afraid to go where he said go.
I'm allowed to go. Nobody told me it would be easy. But I had to learn the hard way. By faith, I grew. And by faith, I got to know you.
How many of y'all got to know God in the midst of when you were going through? God said to let you know, babies got milk. But we got God. Check this out.
We got God.
Yes. When you go right through, you know what? We got God. Yeah.
We got God
On the side. We got God on the side. When you go right through, we got God. How many of y'all got God today? No matter what we go through, people come in and out your life all the time. But I got God. He never leaves, y'all. Hey. Because I'm not for everybody. And everybody is not for me.
God, trust Him. Didn't He prove this? Didn't He prove this?
Would you like to be a guest on Kingdom Purpose TV with me, Sherry Levine, and the Souls Right House Empowerment Center? If you are an author or you have a business and you would like to promote you and what God has given you, then please contact us at thesoulsrighthouse.com/broadcast. Stay tuned.